We know the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. Do you not think an angel rides in the whirlwind and directs this storm? This work continues. The story goes on. And an angel still rides in the whirlwind and directs this storm.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm. What's the storm? Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
You're watching OTT TV Scripture Reality.
OTT TV here. It's April 23rd, 2021. Did any of you folks notice the stars moving across the sky last night? Even the moon moved across the sky last night. And I know this stuff moves across the sky at night, every night. But I mean, it did fast in real time. 10:30 to 11 o'clock on 4/22, I witnessed half the stars in the sky move across the sky. And it was more than 50 stars. I didn't have the ability to record, but I did after the event, which lasted about 30 minutes. So you had the stars moving across the sky like this. Literally, you can visibly see them moving, and the moon. It was insane, and I had no way of recording it, and I wish I could have. But I looked up the event to see if there's anything, the scientists would say or prescribe this was coming, because, they're supposed to have all the answers. And there was nothing on this at all. When I woke up this morning, I looked it up again, and there was all kinds of stuff on it. And there's all kinds of stuff saying how they knew it was coming, and this is what it is. And there was even articles saying it was Starlink, and it was 50 stars. It was more than 50 stars. And I really hope some of you folks witnessed it, because it's just a sign of what's happening. As some of you folks have been watching my videos, it would seem that we're in Revelation 6:2. The first seal opened up in 2020, the bow and the crown. And when you look up coronavirus, the definition for coronavirus in Latin is crown, and the definition for bow is tikto in Greek, and it means a face covering made of cloth. So we've been handed over, and this is where we're at. And I did notice that Revelation is not in chronological order. It jumps around in the storyline, and it's something to keep in mind, because as we're in Revelation 6:2, the bow and the crown, next is the red horse, and that's war. And then after that's the dark horse, and that's financial collapse. And I showed you guys Kent Hovind. He was doing the math on the wheat and the penny, and he did the calculations, and it came to $724 for a loaf of bread. So, I mean, those are things to see coming. I believe the devil tricked the world with the Great Reset, and, thinking that mankind can move forward and be one government and be powerful in space and all these things. Unfortunately, it's a delusion, folks. And, if you're trying to study the Bible, especially Revelation or things of prophecy, I recommend going to Bible Hub and then cross-referencing it in the lexicon, because the definitions were changed, and a lot of it wasn't on purpose. Some of the stuff they had a hard time translating, and they didn't understand. And when you read it in its raw form, some of the stuff has different meanings. Like bow, bow is tikton, face covering, but they changed it to bow. So everyone thinks they're looking for a bow and arrow. Well, it's not bow and arrow, it's a face covering. He gives them the crown and the bow, corona and the face covering. Okay. So it would seem, if you guys could go back and watch my video I did on the Great Red Dragon, that's from Revelation 12. That describes the event of when Lucifer was no longer had access to go in and out of heaven and accuse. He gets kicked out. And the Bible tells us to know when that happened. Okay? So, like I said before, while we're in the first part of Revelation 6:2, the bow and the crown, it jumps around. The story jumps around. It's not in chronological order. Okay? But if you use a lexicon and study hard and pray, the story will start to come for you. Okay. Revelation 12:1. A woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head. The woman constellation is Virgo, and the crown of 12 stars is Leo, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. And you know what, folks? That was the first trumpet. And if you were watching Jason A., he was showing the trumpet blowing around the world. And you guys remember that was 2017? For real. That constellation changed September 23rd, 2017. The constellation Virgo realigned itself, and Leo became above its head with Mercury, Mars, and Venus. And if you read Revelation 12, that's when Satan loses his ability to go in and out of heaven. It's another way we know we're in the end times, because his time is short and he comes down here to trick everyone. So on September 23rd, 2017, he no longer had access to heaven, and his whole focus was on destroying everything down here. Now we're at the bow and the crown. As you can see, this all starts to make a lot more sense. He takes 1/3 of the angels with him. I'm wondering, watching that event last night, if that wasn't what was happening last night. And I can't say for sure, but it is definitely something going on. And the moon also moved across the sky really fast. It was not Starlink. I don't care what these people tell you. There is no way. So this is the message I want to get out. That we are definitely in the end times. There's a lot of rumors of war going on. You can see what's going on with China. You can see what's going on with Russia. If you watch some of my videos where I covered Ezekiel 38 and 39, it speaks of a nuclear war. This is what Satan comes down and tricks us all into one big world war. So this is like a prelude to that video. I want to get the information out, get some excitement for this video, and I want to cover the stuff in better detail. Just a fair warning from OTT TV out that you guys are running out of time.
We know the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong. Do you not think an angel rides in the whirlwind and directs this storm? This work continues. The story goes on. And an angel still rides in the whirlwind and directs this storm.
Maybe it's the calm before the storm. What's the storm? Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
Nobody does it like OTT TV.